Hey guys, coldbrew here. Welcome back to another raid video. This is going to be the weekly summon video for Tuesday and Wednesday because we have these every single Tuesday and Wednesday. It feels like. And with the CVC coming in tomorrow, you're of course going to have some summons going on. But guys, if you are somebody who's looking to get maximum points for the Lunar Deck of Fate because you want to get those 100 points for the Titan event, the summons that are going to happen tomorrow, the summoning events, do not count. Okay, it doesn't matter. Here you only get points from upgrading champions and soulstones, which I'm keeping for tomorrow. I'm going to be summoning my soulstones tomorrow to get some points plus the CVC. You should be doing that too, even though we have the boosted raids going on right now on the Altar of Souls. Better do it tomorrow with the CVC because you get the points, the clan rewards as well, and it's honestly the best way to double dip, right? So what summoning events are we going to have, and will we get any points for the Titan event? Well, no, we don't have anything happening here. No summoning events, no summoning tournaments. So you're just going to be summoning if you want to. And if the champions that are on offer are going to be something that you're looking for, it's going to be a 15x progressive, meaning the chances to get the champion increase as you get legendaries. The chance to get legendaries will remain the same. So if you're somebody who's lucky, then, well, lucky or unlucky, you'll be getting legendaries, but not the one you're looking for. Then, yeah, the chances are still going to be there. You can summon any of the shards that you want. All the chances are going to remain the same. It's a chance to get the specific champion that's going to be up on offer, which change according to the number of legendaries or epics you get. So if you're looking for some of the epics, then go for it. So what I want to say is there's MVPs for this summoning on Tuesday and MVPs for the summoning on Wednesday. I'm going to call out the MVP for Tuesday and then on Wednesday. So first things first, let's go over the legendary champions that are on offer. It's going to be 4 champions through Ancients, Sacreds, or Primals that are legendaries that are going to be on offer. The top one, I will call it out. It will be Newt. Newt is amazing. He works in so many dungeons, so many of the bosses on the Doom Tower, and works so well in Clan Boss, Hydra, and now the Chimera. So MVP here, if you have 1 Newt, go for a second, I would say, if you're going to be summoning. If you have 0 Newts, honestly, this is your better chance to get him, right? 15x. And it's progressive. So you don't get a legendary, you can pick him up. If you're somebody who doesn't have many shards, honestly, it's just wishful thinking when you're summoning. So Newt, why is he so good? Triple hit, enemy max health damage, defensive base, so he's tanky, as well as the ability to do damage and reduce the target's defense, making everybody else do more damage. Also has a way to apply freeze or, well, Terminator reduction for the hard version of the Fire Knight, giving him the extra power on using him on both the normal Fire Knight and the hard version. So fantastic champion already. And then the A2 can apply decreased attack, very useful, and the weekend, very useful, plus a counterattack buff in itself. Just makes him that much better. And then when counterattack, he deals 100% of the damage. Feels like he's the new Trunda in the sense of not that they do the same things. It's the sense of Trunda used to be such a great champion for many areas of the game. So PvP, Hydras, you could even use her in the Ice Golem way back before they changed her A2. But now it's Newt, and you use Newt everywhere. I have 2 of them, and I'm so happy that I have 2. On another account, I have 4. It's insane on how useful he can be. So in my eyes, he's the #1 pick. But if you're somebody who has 2 of them and you don't want more, there's going to be Mishinagi up on offer. Also for the 15x, Mishinagi can apply Hex, remove buffs, can apply decreased defense, decreased attack on his second skill, and can also apply HP burn on his A1 plus counter attacking with his A1 if there's a Hex on already on the targets, making him so good for the Hydra where there's multiple targets, so Hex becomes even stronger. But he works also in many areas of the game, even on Clan Boss, even on the Hydra. You can definitely use Mishinagi, although Hex won't be giving you that much of a benefit, but still very strong champion, and I could definitely see him being in your team if you're somebody who's lacking champions and you happen to pick up Mishinagi. Let's say you do want to summon him. Then we've got Stalis and Valkyrie and Wixell, actually. So there's 5. Oh, Stalis, Valkyrie, and Wixell. So let's start with Wixell. Okay, I will call out Wixell as your key to forming a team with other champions that can extend the duration of buffs, namely his shield. If you have a team that can do that, if you can push the stats on your champions, you can definitely make a team going with Wixell and form an Ultra Nightmare Clown Boss team. If you're somebody who's missing that, if you do happen to get him. Other than that, he's not that useful, I will say, in the sense of just one champion that can completely change the account, comparing it to the other two champions that I've just mentioned. So Wixell does have his uses, but you need other things to make him where he's just not a champion where you throw into a squad and completely changes things. Then we have Valkyrie, which is an amazing champion for Clown Boss. Still can be used for her counterattack plus the big shields that she provides. But still, you got to remember that these setups with counterattack will not do as much damage as some of the unkillable setups and are not as easy to build as the unkillable setups. But she's still very strong. It can even be used for PvP, making her a nuker champion because of this passive, which can also manipulate Terminator. So it makes Valkyrie like a solid choice, but in my opinion, not even in the top 3 of the summons. And then finally, we have Stalis, which in my opinion can be used in multiple areas, but the key area you're going to be using Stalis is the dragon, because he reflects poisons back on to the dragon boss. But also you can use him as a defensive base damage dealer. It's just that the builds will be different between the 2 areas. I have 3 of them, and honestly, I don't need 3. You can use 2 if you really want to make your dragon team faster. But again, I wouldn't go crazy summoning for like a second one. Even the first one out of the 5 champions, honestly, Newt can do a lot more to your account, even pushing your dragon team further just because it's Newt, you know? So I will pick Newt out of the 5. Your increased chances will be through your ancients, sacreds, primals, but remember, it's the chances on each specific shard. So if you're summoning some ancients and then go over to your sacreds, the 15x will drop back to the 15x. So it's specific shard only. And then for voids, we have Necra and Torment. Once again, Necra being on offer. They just don't stop with this guy by having him on offer. Fantastic champion, I would say, back in 2023. 2024, he fell off a little bit with the rise of more HP-based damage dealers, I will say, because basically you needed this guy to protect your attack-based damage dealers. He fell off because basically those HP-based damage dealers do not need any protection. So we'd use, let's say, Narcis and Queen Ankara, and those 2 together would be insane. So Necra the Great kind of fell off as being like just the support of your attack-based damage dealer. Doesn't mean he has no uses. It's just that he's strictly more so of a PvP champion. So this guy, and then we also have Torment. I would pick Torment if I'm going to be brutally honest, because Torment can be used in both PvE for control of enemies, but also PvP. He's very strong against champions such as Armands and also Taras, okay? Because he's got the passive where he can possibly freeze them when there is Terminator manipulation. So Taras can boost Terminator of his allies, and that in turn can lead them to get a freeze on them. But if you've got block debuffs on, they won't get frozen. So there's that. But Torment on himself, comparing it to Necra, I would pick probably Torment more so for PvP if you're somebody focused for more PvP stuff. And Torment can hit quite hard. Has a way to revive, has a way to counterattack also when there's HP burn activations. Lots of things in their kits that can be useful. So let's go over to the Wednesday summons. The Wednesday champions, again, 5 legendaries and then 2 voids. And one of them is one that I wish I got way back, but it's fine that I don't have him. So first one out the gate, it's going to be Snaketrack. Very good champion, very solid, very underrated, I will say, but can be very strong for normal clown boss, can be strong for the Hydra, can be even strong for, I believe I've seen him in a Chimera team with reflect damage and leech that he can apply decreased speed and decreased attack. Also, he can help with the trials on the Chimera, but I wouldn't go out of my way to summon for this guy because there's also Rush card available up for grabs. Rush card definitely is limited in what he can provide to your account. Let me find Rush card. Is he even here? Wait, is he Sacred Order? No. Yeah. Okay. For some reason, I thought he was Bannerlord because, well, he looked like a Bannerlord, but block damage team makes it work with Rush card. Very, very, very useful if you don't have a team already. going for clown boss. But honestly, there's so many different teams that you can make nowadays that he is not going to be contender for the top 3, I will say, for summons. One that's going to be a contender, and I think he's going to be the top 1, is actually Arac. Arac, which I do think he's the key to making fast teams for the Ice Golem hard mode because of the HP burn that he has, HP burn activation plus decreased attack. Very strong champion. I use him in my own Ice Golem team. Fantastic. Out of the 5 champions that's going to be up on Wednesday, I would pick this guy to even get copies of, honestly, if I really wanted to summon. But honestly, you don't use 2 of them. Even a +1 won't change anything, honestly, on his stats. So try and get him only if you need something new for Ice Golem, which is not a dungeon that is priority by any means. Then we have Bivel the Thorn. So Bivel the Thorn, let me see if I can find him. Bivel the Thorn has an ability to apply provoke, so useful already for the Hydras. Okay, you can control one of the heads with this one. He has a way to apply shield plus do AoE damage. He was a fusion, I believe, way back 2 years ago, maybe. But again, not even a top. I could put him in the top 3, but only in this scenario. But I wouldn't go crazy summoning for this guy. It doesn't change much. You can find provoke champions everywhere in this game, honestly, and the provoke set also kind of does this guy's job, Bivel's job. So he only really stays there if you just need additional ways to apply a provoke. Okay, and then we have Samson the Smasher. Samson the Smasher, I love this guy. I don't use him. I do have him. Let me see if I can find him. There you go. I don't use him personally, but I do love the way that he can actually counterattack the attacker when hit with a strong, normal, or a weak hit. Pretty cool. And when he counterattacks, he can double hit. He's got an AoE attack, and he's got a way to buff up his allies and critical damage on himself, and then get an extra turn, do his A2, which is a big AoE. He's HP based, so he's tanky and just does a good amount of damage. But again, I wouldn't go out of my way to summon. I would summon on the Tuesday instead of the Wednesday for, well, it's shards. You don't have unlimited shards, right? So going into the void, it's going to be Claya, one of the 2. Don't go summoning for Claya. She's not that special. Even with the change that they've done on her, she applies block debuffs, revive on death. Cool. Decrease speed, leech. Cool. Has a single target sleep that she can apply. Cool too, but you need to skill her up. Not that easy and won't change much on the account unless you have 0 champions that can apply a sleep, which is kind of impossible. But if you want to use your voids and you want to use them now, you go out and get where is he? Wait. King Narcis. Night Rev. There we go. King Narcis. I don't have him. He was up on offer for a guaranteed way back when last year. I think it was last year. $300 or something to pick up this champion. It was a big price tag for me back then. I kind of regret it because I felt the FOMO. Everybody else went for this guy. It was a big payday for Plarium, but I have a feeling that, I don't know. It's okay now that I didn't get him, okay? He does a very strong A2, which ignores passive skills. So it's fantastic against champions that can just survive. And fantastic A2 can do like a double hit if there's a shield or strengthen already on the enemies. It's got an A3 that can just block revive enemies. Very strong and gives him an extra turn if there's any Ankara in the same team. So makes him that much more powerful. And just becomes more powerful when there's Ankara also within the team. But by himself, he's still very strong. Still very strong. Fantastic damage dealer as an HP-based champion. I definitely recommend going for Voids if you're looking for a strong damage dealer and do some summons. I personally have like 10 Voids or something. 18 Voids. No chance I'm getting anything, but I might try. I don't know. 18 Voids is basically 0 Voids. So I might do it. I might not. Doesn't change anything, honestly. For summons, when you have this low amount, you want to have at least 100 voids if you're looking for maybe at least one summon. But again, it's going to be a 0.5% chance for the legendary. So you're really wishing you can get lucky with this one. So these are the summons, guys. Remember, it doesn't count for the Lunar Deck of Fate. So don't buy shards thinking This is going to help you finish this. This is only through upgrading champions and soulstone. So do what you will with your shards. There's always going to be more events popping up every single week, guys. We got the Tuesdays, Wednesdays, weekend events. Sometimes we have Thursdays, guaranteed and stuff. That summoning portal basically always stays open. I don't know, today is a Monday. They thought, okay, we'll give these guys a break, but it's very, very, very rare that they do this. Give this summoning portal a break. This was the video, guys. Thank you all. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.